Hi guys, my name is Abba and welcome back to my amazing kitchen. And if you are new here, don't forget to click on the subscribe button right away and become part of the amazing family. In today's video, we are cooking some delicious beef sauce, so come along and let's get right into it. We need some few ingredients which will be listed in the description box down below, but we need some beef, soy sauce, oyster sauce, some garlic, green chilies for flavor because they are not that hot, and some ginger. If you want it spicy, you can use habanero or scotch bonnet. To begin our sauce, we need to marinate our beef, so I'm going to make the marinade with some ginger, the chilies and the garlic, which I have beautifully chopped, and I'm going to pound it with my mortar and pestle, but you can of course use your blender too. You don't need to get it really smooth, so it's very fine when it's coarsely pounded or blended. Next, we move on with our beef and we are going to slice our beef into thin slices. You can use any cuts of beef you prefer, but choose a beef that can cook faster. Your beef needs to be able to cook faster but also hold its shape very well. You want to make sure that you cut your beef against the grain so it doesn't become very tough to chew. This is how my grains are going, so I will turn it around and slice it very thinly so they are very pleasant to chew. Once you are done chopping your beef, you want to transfer it into a bowl and continue with the marinating of the beef. Now you want to go ahead and add your pounded ginger, garlic and chilies to your beef, and then add your oyster sauce and your soy sauce. You want to be very generous with your seasoning because most of the flavor in this dish is going to come from the marinade. Add just a little bit of salt and give it a good mix until every single beef is well coated and well drenched with the marinade. Now flatten the surface of your meat and clean the sides of your bowl. Cover with some plastic wrap and pop it into your fridge for at least 2 hours, but overnight is even better. So whilst our meat is marinating, I'm going to prep my veggies so that when my meat is done, we can just proceed with the making of the sauce. I'll be using 1 green bell pepper, some broccoli, red onion and some carrots. Cut your bell pepper into 2 and remove the seeds. Slice them into strips and then cut each strip into 2 as well. Well, you can cut your bell pepper any way you prefer, but it is going to determine the look and feel of your dish, so you have to have that in mind when you are cutting your veggies. You can also choose to dice your bell pepper, but like I said, whether you choose to dice them or cut them into strips, it is going to determine the overall look of your dish. However, I recommend that if you dice your bell pepper, you dice your carrots as well. And if you cut your bell peppers into strips, you do the same with the carrots as well, so that your dish will have a very uniform look. It makes it very pleasing to the eye. My personal preference is to cut them into strips because I like the look it gives me better. So now that my veggies are done, I'm going to transfer them onto my plate, cover them, set them aside until we are ready to begin with the sauce. So just before you begin with the sauce, you want to take out your beef from the fridge, allow it to sit for about 15 to 20 minutes for it to come to room temperature before you begin. Now heat about 2 tablespoons of some olive oil in a saucepan and add your beef when your pan is very hot. Spread out the beef in your pan and cook it for about 2 minutes before you stir. Now stir your beef gently and then cover and allow it to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes depending on the cut of beef you are using. You just want to cook your beef until soft and tender. About 8 minutes into the cooking time, you want to add just a little bit of water to your beef, depending on how saucy you want your beef sauce to be. Add more water if you want it more saucy and less if you want it a bit stiff. Just make sure not to overdo the water so you don't dilute all the flavors we have built. Cover once again and allow it to cook for an additional 4 minutes. Next, you want to go ahead and heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil in a frying pan. Once your pan is very hot, you want to add your onion because we are going to stir fry our veggies whilst we wait for the beef to be cooked completely. We want our vegetables to be firm and crunchy, so you want to do this very quick and fast. Now I add my carrots first because it is going to take the most time to cook. I'm going to cook the carrots for just 2 minutes. Next, I add my bell peppers, and once the bell peppers goes in, I'm going to stir fry this for just 1 minute and then turn off my heat because we are going to finish this off in the sauce as well. You don't want your vegetables to be soggy. Season your vegetables with some black and white pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and just a little bit of salt. You don't want to use too much salt because the beef is already salted. Toss it around one more time and your vegetables are done. For my optional ingredient, which is my broccoli, I'm going to boil some water, season it with a little bit of salt because you want your dish to be seasoned at every stage to ensure a very flavorful outcome. So whilst the water is boiling, I check back on my beef, and at this point the beef is beautifully cooked. It is soft and tender. You can taste and adjust your seasoning if necessary. Now check back on your boiling water and add your broccoli. Once I add the broccoli, I'm going to turn off the heat completely and allow the broccoli to sit in the hot water for just about 30 seconds and take them out right away. It's now time to finish off our sauce, and to do that I add a tablespoon of cornstarch into my bowl, add just a little bit of water to dissolve it just to prevent lumps from forming. Now add your cornstarch slurry to your beef, give it a good stir and allow it to cook for about 1 minute until the cornstarch has thickened your sauce. Because of the garlic and ginger paste we added, you don't need a lot of cornstarch to thicken the sauce. And now finally add our stir-fried veggies to the sauce. Give it a good mix until they are well combined. Finally add your broccoli, stir that in, and when all the veggies are well mixed with the beef, your beef sauce will be ready. You can now serve your beef sauce with some piping hot rice. So in 3 easy steps, you can make this a lovely beef sauce on a busy weeknight if you plan ahead and marinate your beef and whip this up for your family. I truly hope that this video gives you some inspiration for your next weeknight meal. And so if you love this video, kindly give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe, and become part of the amazing family today. And if you have already done that, I want to say a very big thank you to you for coming back always. So until I come your way next time with another amazingly delicious recipe, remember that cooking should always be fun and exciting. So cook this beef sauce with love and see it radiate through the hearts of your family. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye!